All right, people, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, I've been gone, but here I am, right? Okay, so just one housekeeping item. I started a Facebook group. If you guys want to join, the link is in the box below. Yes, you do have to request access. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to survive a hostile workplace. In this video, I'm gonna come to you from a place of strength and growth. So, if you're expecting trash talk, sorry, I'm not here to do that. In this video, here's what I will be talking about. The types of people you should be careful of and why. The best way to survive hostile workplaces in general. How to handle hostile co-workers. And if you plan on working at the TSA, how to handle rude passengers at the checkpoint. And I will also tell you how I survived the TSA and other hostile work environments I've been in. There are three types of people in general you should be careful of. Number one, the person that has a chip on their shoulders. These are people that always have something to prove and they always have to be right. They will give you 20 reasons why you are wrong and 21 reasons why they are right. These are the type of people that will steal credit for your work. Two, the people who allow the job to define them. These are the people who don't live for anything else but that job. That job is all they have. These people are power and clout hungry. They will be very upset if you get chosen for an assignment over them. For whatever reason you were chosen and they weren't, they don't care. It bothers them that you were chosen and they weren't. On top of that, don't tell these people what your professional and personal goals are, because once they find out, they will do everything they can to stop you from getting to where you're trying to go. These are the most dangerous people you will come across. Third type of person you should be very careful of: people who ask way too many personal questions. These people appear friendly, but be very careful. They will take everything you tell them and use that against you when it is in their best benefit. So just keep your mouth shut. At this point, you're thinking, okay, you've told me the people I should be careful of. How do I survive a hostile work environment? Here's how. There's 4 ways I do this. Number 1, be friendly and be cordial with everybody. I mean everybody. Avoid conflict and office politics. Don't choose a side when you see 2 people are having a disagreement. If it doesn't involve you, stay out of it. Avoid water cooler gossip. It's just a bad idea. Don't be that person. 2, don't talk about your personal stuff with coworkers. These are co-workers. You work with them. If you want to talk to somebody about your problems, go find a therapist or a psychiatrist or someone whose job it is to listen to your problems. Don't go to your coworkers. 3, don't talk about politics. People are people. Everyone has differing opinions. Talking about your politics in the workplace, that can cause conflict between you and the people that overhear you talking about those things, especially If they happen to be a supervisor and they don't agree with you or your ideas, that could cause problems down the road. On top of all of that, if you are a federal employee, you are governed by something called the Hatch Act. You cannot, by federal law, discuss politics or campaign for any politician in a federal workplace on the clock. Even if you're off the clock, don't do it on federal property. I told you all that to tell you this. All coworkers are not bad people. You just have to get along with people and gauge what their intentions are. People are going to reveal their true colors over time. So be friendly and be cordial with people and let them show you who they really are. Where is all this coming from? At one point in time, I was pretty cute. Okay, seriously, at one point in time, I was the biggest jerk in the room. I was young and I was really, really stupid. Along with being both young and stupid, over time I've gotten burned by people I thought were friends. Just because people smile with you, they don't always have your best interest at heart. Even though this part of the video is directed towards the people trying to find a job at TSA, I will be using the word passengers. But you can simply replace the word passengers with clients, customers, vendors, whatever. When you come across rude or hostile passengers or clients or customers or whatever, and they are angry at you, guess what? They are not angry with you. They're angry at the uniform that you have on and what that uniform represents. You are the face of TSA. You are the face of your company or your organization or whatever. Just let it go. Yes, the taxpayer pays your salary, but they don't sign the checks. This is something I have to address. If you are a federal employee and you are assaulted by a passenger or a customer or a client, because the government also uses the terms customer, passenger, and client, and you get assaulted by them, press charges. Don't just let it go and walk away from it. It won't teach that person anything. You should press charges. They will face federal charges because they assaulted you in the course of executing your federal duties. The reason why I tell you to press charges is because that actually happened when I worked at the TSA. If you're thinking, fazle, did you actually get hit in the face? Well, no, I'm too cute for that. But a lot of people did want to hit me pretty often. Here's a quick anecdote of what happened. One of the officers I was working with got punched in the face. Doesn't matter why, officer got punched in the face. If you don't press charges, then the public is gonna think it's okay to assault TSA officers on duty. You have to press charges. It's in your best interest. That officer pressed charges, and the passenger, instead of going home that day, got sent to jail. And yes, the police filed federal charges against that passenger. And if you have federal charges filed against you for assault on a federal officer, you probably won't be able to get on a plane again. Hostile coworkers. They aren't just at TSA, they're everywhere. At one point I thought, hey, once I'm at the TSA, all of this is gonna stop. Nah. It was the same thing, just a different workplace. Here's how to handle them. 3 things you should do. Number 1, don't get involved in things that don't concern you. Keep your comments to yourself. Nobody cares what you think. You're not being paid for your opinion. If that's what you want to do, go run for public office. 2, be cordial and professional. You're a professional in a professional working environment. The TSA, even though it's an airport, it's still a place of business. 3, if people come at you the wrong way, stand up for yourself. Don't get pushed around. I'm going to tell you how to do that. What do you do if you have hostile coworkers? Document. Write it down. The date, the time, location, what happened, and the people involved and the people that saw what happened. Having a written record proves that you aren't crazy. It's not just going on in your head. And it shows a pattern of behavior. If you are going to file a complaint, establish a pattern of behavior against the person that is being hostile towards you. If you are going to file a formal complaint, do it. Don't be afraid to file a formal complaint. I personally have filed 2 complaints in the past. And guess what? I won both complaints. You're asking, out of all that stuff, how did you survive the TSA and all the other hostile work environments you've been in if you watched all the other videos I put up? Well, here's what I did. Do your job and go home. Do your job well and go home. One more time for those of you in the back that are hard-headed. Do your job and go home. Don't be the problem child. I stayed off of management's radar. I came to work on time. I didn't cause any problems, and I passed all of my annual evaluations. Don't be the person that causes problems, because if a problem child files a complaint, yes, it gets taken seriously, but people would rather see you quit your job because they just don't want you there. 3, when I came across hostile people and I was able to confirm, yo, this person has a lot of issues and I don't want to deal with those issues, I kept things professional, I kept them cordial, I kept them friendly. If they started talking about things that I just didn't want to talk about, I politely stopped that conversation and I walked away. I didn't take what they told me and talk about it with the whole office. Because if you do that, you too become a hostile employee. That's all I've got. I have other videos coming up. I'll be doing a video on the benefits of working in a federal workplace. Until then, peace out.